rolling last night when he tied his career-high 61 points and has now willed the Blazers into sole possession of the 8th seed. Shannon, what do you expect from Dame going forward?
Greatness. I expect him to keep doing whatever it takes to get this team in the playoff and to compete at a very high level. And that's what great players do. That's what superstar players do. They lead their team. Dr. King once said the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in times of convenience and comfort, but where he stands in times of challenging controversy.
True.
And in a situation like this, Skip, and I know it's not applicable, so people don't be talking about, you comparing Dame Lillard to Dr. King. I'm just saying, Skip, every game is a playoff game. It feels like he's exerting Game 7 energy because he knows he can ill afford to lose to. Now, he's gotten great help from the Grizzlies because they've crash landed, Skip. But still, he needed this game yesterday to make sure he can control his own destiny. So now we know they're in the play-in game. They're going to either be the 8th or the 9th seed. So we know that. With that being said, Skip, this is what superstar players do. They find a way to say, you know what, guys? Your back's messed up, CJ. I got you. Nurkic, you in foul trouble. I got you. Gary Trent Jr., you're having an off night shooting. I got you. Guys, get on. Let me take you there. Where we're going, let me take you there, Skip. He's leading in the bubble. He's averaging 41 minutes a game. He's averaging 37 points a game. He's averaging 9.3 assists. That's unheard of. And leading the bubble in points created. Skip, this is the third most minutes he's ever played in the stretch. And you think about it, the other two instances were in the playoffs. Skip, he's giving you Game 7 energy. He's giving you that on a nightly basis while standing tall. If it's hard for me to believe to see a scenario, if this was Steph Curry or this is Kevin Durant or this LeBron, and they're doing exactly what Dame is doing, we're going to heap praise and adulation. I'm going to give that man his flowers right now. He deserves a bouquet. He deserves an applause. He deserves adulation. That's been a virtuoso, and he's giving you those performances. Has he faltered down a couple of times in the bubble? Sure. But, hey, give him to me. I take him. Skip, I expect nothing but greatness from Dame Lillard. He's on a mission, and he's going to see this thing through.
I hope you are right.
I know you hope I'm right.
Now it is Dame time. Last night was just a small part of Dame time. It was a game they almost had to win, and they did. And I give him that, and he was, for the most part, sensational, all-time sensational. But now he has the greatest opportunity of his career to right the wrongs of his past, of the Western Conference Finals last year. And I'm going to detail that in just a moment here. Some of the wrongs of the bubble so far that put them in a precarious position going into last night's game. He can right the wrong of the Clippers just shaming him, clowning him, laughing at him for missing the 2 free throws and the late tying 3 against a Clippers team that was obviously without Kawhi and Paul George in the fourth quarter. And he has a chance to take care of business against the Brooklyn Nets, and I'm not sure who's going to play for the Nets. Last night, no starters played. Jacques Vaughn said they're beat up. I don't know if any will play. Will they play maybe a half?
Right.
It's a game you should take care of business and win. That's going to be Thursday evening.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a game, Skip. You go ahead and blow them out and get Dame some rest.
Okay. And it looks like they'll play Memphis. I think Memphis is going to be able to win its last game.
Yeah, because they don't know if Utah's going to play anybody.
Okay. So if Memphis wins, Memphis will, I'm pretty sure, be in.
Right.
And then Memphis will be the 9. So you've got 2 shots. You have to win one of 2 games.
Correct.
To eliminate Memphis and move forward to play
the Lakers.
The Lakers.
Yep.
What a great opportunity, because people are again, commentators with huge respect, Shaquille O'Neal, Greg Anthony, they're already predicting that Portland will knock off your Lakers. They are flat on the record already predicting it.
Right.
So it's a great opportunity for a team on paper. I know CJ's got some non-displaced back injury. I don't know. I think it's more of an irritant. It's obviously not stopping him from playing. But will he be quite himself? Will Gary Trent Jr., will the lights get a little too bright? Are they starting to get too bright for him? It's going to be Dame time. And again, you do have Nurkic back, and you do have Collins back.
Right.
And all of a sudden, you look like with Melo, the new improved Melo, instead of the old Melo, you have a chance to do something very special here. So, again, I can't wait, because now You're in the biggest spotlight you've been in. I think this spotlight will be even bigger than the one last year because nobody really thought much of Portland at that point. But remember, Golden State did not have Kevin Durant.
Right.
So I boiled down that series to basically 2 guards versus 2 guards because these 2 guards are really good.
Right.
And obviously they're not quite as good as Steph and Clay, who've been all-time great.
Right.
But if you look at those 4 fourth quarters last year in the West Finals, and I came in here every morning and I said, man, because I thought Portland could win at least a couple of games off of that Golden State team that was struggling at that point. And all 4 games after 3 quarters were very close. All 4 games were winnable for Dame Dollar, the guy that you say is all-time clutch. And again, I thought he would be too. And in those 4 fourth quarters combined, plus 1 overtime, he shot 8 for 26 from the field, which was 31%. And from 3, he was 5 of 17, which is 29%. And he wound up a minus 30 for those 4 fourth quarters and overtime. No Kevin Durant, shaky Golden State. And Golden State managed to survive all 4 games plus winning in overtime when Dame just disappeared in overtime. He went 1 of 3 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3.
But
so
you do realize that Golden State had played without KD and won 73 games. They had played without KD, won 67 games and a title.
Okay.
So it's different.
I always ask, are you that guy or not that guy?
So
he wasn't that guy.
But let me ask you a question.
He had a chance to show.
In the history of the game, when had a superstar underdog been favored over a dominant team? Michael Jordan was never favored when he was the underdog against the Pistons. He was never favored as the underdog against the Celtics. But now y'all heap that on Dame to try to make him look bad. Why wasn't Michael Jordan favored over the bad boy Pistons?
You keep telling me he's all-time great. And last year, going into this series, I was with you.
Hold up.
I'm like, okay, here we go.
And guess what?
If they can keep these games close, and they kept all 4 games close going to the 4th quarter, I thought it was Dame time.
It was.
And not one time in 4 tries was it Dame time.
And you remember, Michael Jordan had a 2-1 lead over the bad boy Pistons. What happened, Skip?
Why do we keep bringing up Michael Jordan?
Because I'm trying to show you how unfair you are when you evaluate Dame.
It's just
That's why.
blasphemy. You can't compare them.
Yes, I can. Easy. I'm not trying to compare the players. I'm trying to compare what you're doing here because
Michael Jordan went 6-0 in the finals with 6 MVPs. It's unfair.
What happens when you get to what happens? What happens?
This guy hasn't played in 1 finals yet.
Okay.
That's been my issue.
Okay.
Just show me.
So from 84 to 90, how many finals did Michael Jordan make?
Okay, he was up against some of the greatest teams.
You keep making excuses.
That's not an excuse. It's a fact. You love the Celtics. Larry Bird was your favorite player.
So let me ask you a question.
It's hard to get through those guys.
Let me ask you a question.
The bad boy Pistons were bad to the bone.
Let me ask you a question.
They defended at the highest level.
Golden State, are they any good? Where would you rank the Golden State Warriors?
Well, your guys knocked them off. They were up 3-1 on your guys, and LeBron and Kyrie came back and got them.
They said, I mean, what I've been seeing is that the 18 Golden State Warriors might be one of the 2 best NBA teams in NBA history.
Kevin Durant was gone.
Kevin Durant was there in 2018. That was his first year.
I'm saying last year he was gone.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Skip.
Vulnerable.
Skip.
You thought they were vulnerable.
It's a difference.
They were not playing at an extremely high level.
It's kind of like when you took a certain, like you took Gronk out of the lineup with Tom Brady and he still won the Super Bowl. It's because the other guys had played with Brady for such a long time. It wasn't like you were just taking a guy